Hey everybody, welcome to Candy Coated Conversations with your girl Candace here and Tamika, heavy on the Scott. Hey Tamika, how you doing today?
Hi,
I,
Candice. It's Friday. That means I'm doing great.
I know, me too, girl. Look, I'm so happy. And look, I ain't even gonna lie, I cut out of work early today, y'all. I really did. I cut out of work early. I had a couple of things to do, piddle around the house, and look, I just didn't want to be there. So there's that. Let's just keep it all the more real. There's that right there.
Right, and that's that.
Look, now look. Hey, early birds. Look, I'm glad to see Sharon. Sharon, I've been eating on my peach cobbler popcorn today. My popcorn still is good. So it has
I have to make my own personal order.
yes, Sharon
Sharon.
got a whole lot of orders, so she could put your email in the chat, Sharon, in case anybody wants to do their orders. But my popcorn, look, I like that peach cobbler. That one tastes real good too. So let's start. Let's go. Let's say hello to everybody. Hey, Voracious, how are you this evening? Good, I hope. Hey, Sharon. Let's see. Curly Cookie and came in here already off the top talking about
On
she's a
the
gold digger.
topic.
Talking about she's a gold digger.
Said
What?
I'm a gold digger. Okay, I'm glad you know the topic, honey. But
Hey, Daniel Berry, how are you?
hi,
Look,
Daniel.
I was back and forth, Daniel. Who won last night? Put it in the chat. Who won last night? The team
Today.
you said I should pick. The Celtics and was it the Pacers? I know for sure it was the Celtics. I'm not sure about the other team. Hey, Coco Drips.
Hey, Coco Drip.
Yes.
Hey, B1. Hey, Curly Cookie. Although I just typed your name, but I still wanted to say hi.
Yes. So, what is everybody up to this fine Friday evening? I hope y'all made it through the week. Look, those that don't work Monday through Friday but work the weekend, uh, uh, I'm praying for you, but I know you had
Happy
your off day.
Monday.
Yes. Happy Monday. I know you had your off days during the week. So, look, while we slaving, you relaxing. So, it all comes full circle. But I know for sure that I'm happy that it's Friday and it's a long weekend too. Oh yes, I had to get off early, y'all, to extend my little bit of time off. Look, yes, I had to do it. So let's see, what are we getting into? Uh-oh, what you cooking, Sharon? Sharon said she in the bushes. She's late with dinner. Even though I got off early, I was not prepared. My son's here, so he said he gonna throw together some tacos. We were talking about tacos early this morning. So look,
Yes.
we spoke those bad boys up. So he gonna whip up some tacos and everything, have some little taco plates. So that should be good. So let's jump right in, you guys. There are a few little things going on that I want to touch on. And the first one being, I think it was yesterday, you guys, that we talked about Sean Kingston, and then he put out a little statement that things were good. My lawyer's on things today. Why they didn't arrested this man today? I saw this early this morning, but I thought it was just basically the same thing as yesterday. So I never even looked into it. But here is what he said yesterday. Um, and let me click back just so everybody's up to speed on it. Sean Kingston's Florida home raided over failure to pay $150,000 in debt. And then he came on and said, people love negative energy. I'm good, and so is my mother. My lawyers are handling everything as we speak. Then here we come today, y'all. Uh, Sean Kingston arrested in California for fraud and theft charges following raid at his Florida home. It says it looks like Sean Kingston has found himself in custody after his home in Florida was raided. As previously reported on Thursday, Sean's home was raided by a SWAT team while he was not home. Things ended with his mother being taken into custody on fraud charges. Look, let me say something. Jalen, Jay, come here, let me tell
Hey,
you something.
Jada out of this. Why you
Look,
got
look, look, y'all, look, I don't care. I gotta involve my son in this. Son, look, if you ever do something that ends up getting me arrested, you know I'm gonna kill you, right?
Unalive, 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 unalive. We only 5 minutes
Yeah,
in.
yeah,
Unalive.
unalive, unalive. If you do something to get me arrested and
Leave
they come up
Jalen
for me, look,
alone.
we duking it out, son. Look, I had to breathe. Look, cause look, that ain't cool. Your mama getting arrested behind you. So it says, according to ABC News, Sean, whose real name is Keshawn Anderson, was later arrested without incident in Fort Irwin, California. He was taken into custody on various fraud and theft charges and booked into a San Bernardino jail. Sean's attorney, Robert Rosenblatt, acknowledged that he was aware of the allegations against Sean and his mother and added, "We look forward to addressing these in court and are confident of a successful resolution for Sean and his mother." So mama in on it too.
Dang.
Listen, let me look at these comments. Somebody in the comments said, "We said Sean P. Diddy Combs, not Sean Kingston."
Y'all got the wrong Sean. Y'all picked up the wrong damn Sean.
Somebody else said, "Y'all arrested the wrong Sean." Oh my God.
Free Sean Kingston, y'all. Free Sean Kingston.
Look, what did he do? What he frauding? Oh, well, mm-mm-mm. So yeah, there's an update. They did take old boy into custody. They did take him in custody. Now, let's start at the top then, but I had to just touch on that. Now, this is something that I do want to talk about, you guys. I want you guys' opinion on this. So let's play the little video clip and then I want to get you guys' opinion. So let's take a listen.
I'm not agreeing to that. I'm sorry. It technically can't be a junior.
It can be, technically.
But Sanders Broadnick is not a junior.
I know, but technically it could be Broadnick.
But that's not going to happen. Because I'm not married. So my last name is going as well.
If he's a boy, his name is Junior.
I'm not agreeing to that. I'm sorry. It technically can't be a junior.
It can be, technically.
But Sanders Broadnick is not a junior.
I know, but technically it could be Broadnick.
But that's not going to happen. Because I'm not married. So my last name is going as well.
Look, so it says DeAndrea Sanders and Jacquees discussed their child not taking his name as a junior. So look, all I took for it, you know, you're not really concerned about that baby's name and giving that baby his daddy's name because look, if he said no, don't name it after me, give it your name, you'd have an issue with that. But see, it sounds to me you're pandering for a wedding ring.
Yes, and I agree with Miss Sharon. She do sound crazy.
It sounds like you are pandering for a wedding ring. You're emphasizing because I'm not married. Now, if you want to be married, talk to the man and discuss it and see if that's really on the table for y'all. Because look, we all adults here and we know, look, it don't take but a second to get pregnant. It literally don't take but a second. Hey, Gil Butter. Hey, Curly Cookie. It don't take, but I already said hi to Curly Cookie. She was already in here. Anyways, it don't take but a second to get pregnant, but that whole relationship and seeing if you guys are gonna withstand the test of time or even attempt to as a unified family unit, everybody having the same last name and all that stuff. Uh there's more to that. And like he leaning on the side of that wall, like, huh,
Please.
you can say you ain't married all you want. That don't mean I'm saying something. Um,
Right.
because let's not forget, remember, because we reported on this too. There was another woman on the scene when she became pregnant. Remember, y'all? We talked about it in
Yeah.
here. There was another woman on the scene, and DeAndrea, and this other woman were going back and forth. Look, going back and forth. This man has the body of a preteen. a small child. I'm
Yes.
just like, I'm sitting here looking. I hear the conversation that y'all having about this name and everything, but I just keep looking at his little bird chest and short stature, and I'm like, please put on a shirt because you look like a child. And she looks so much bigger than him. She looks so much bigger than him. But anyways, look, what are you guys thoughts about that? For what she's trying to say. Do you think that if you're unmarried, hey, that's what they said.
Hey,
Look, I
that's
got it
what they
right the first
said.
time. Got it right the first time. What do y'all have to say about giving your child the father's name if you guys aren't married? Is that I mean, especially if he's welcoming the child, it seems like he's welcoming the child. So why would you not want your child to have the father's name? Do you
Yeah,
guys agree with that? If you're married or unmarried, what are your what you think about that, Tamika?
I don't think marriage has a I don't think marriage has anything to do with your child
Mm-hmm.
carrying the daddy last name. I mean, in my opinion, I believe that the dad should have the child last name, especially if he's showing interest, you know. It looks like that, he's kind of well put together within his thoughts. He could be a good father. So why pressure him to pop in that question to you when that don't have nothing to do with the child or the last name? That's like
Yeah,
that has something to do with their legacy. For
that's right.
legal reasons, yes. Give the child the father's last name, yes. I believe that.
Yes. And Curly Cookie says it's your choice, but don't make it a big deal about it later. Right. Like
Yeah.
baby don't have your last name. It's like, yes, if somebody is there and wanting to be involved in things of that nature, because you're the one that's going to have to go through it. Should that man decide, okay, you didn't give my child my last name, his son at that. And I'm under the impression that this is Jacquees's first child. So if they're having a son, I'm sure that he wants his son to have his last name and be a part of that, whether they're married or not. You know, uh, my thought is it doesn't have anything to do with marriage or not. It's who is the father. He is the father of your child, not your father. That's your name. Your father had to give you his name because you're his child. That's the way that it goes. Yes, marriage is supposed to be a part of that. It is in the traditional way, but come on, this is real life. It doesn't always happen like that, but that's still his child. If things go awry with him in your relationship, you're going to want him to pay you some money, right? So let his child have his name. Right. So I definitely agree with that. Like, come on now. Thank you for the super sticker, Go Butter. I appreciate you. Oh, and you guys, look, if I am ever late saying thank you with the Cash Apps, thank you, St. Hudson, for the Cash App during last night's show. Look, those Cash App, well, first of all, I'm not looking at my phone on the show anyways, but then the phone that has my Cash App on it, I don't really even pay too much attention to that anyways. But thank you guys very much. Thank you, Hudson. I appreciate you. So let's see. What other comments do we have here? Um, and hey, Gold Digger, fabulous Friday to you as well. Uh, let's see. What else do we have before we move on for this? So Sharon said if she was smart, she would secure that child's benefits. Absolutely. While he's standing there, ready and willing to sign the birth certificate with his and his son's name on there, you better roll with it because you're going to cause a lot of drama for yourself later if you don't. That's what they said nothing to do with marriage. Oh well, cart before the horse. That's right. And that's all what it's about. It's like you allowed yourself to become pregnant, so you can't now just be harping on the fact that, well, I'm not married. You knew you wasn't married when you was laying down with that man and allowing yourself to become pregnant. Because it definitely wasn't an accident. We're grown people. We know how babies are made. So cut it out. Let's see. Uh Voracious One says the child should have the dad's last name, and if you do not care about marriage before you lay down, don't care now. Look, I couldn't have said it better myself. I'm
My
moving my fingers between my eyes, between me and you, Voracious One. We are on one accord with that. You were about to say something, Tamika?
Yeah, I think like without the child, having the father's last name, like it just gives off as up front absent father. You know what I mean? Like I don't like
Mm,
that stereotype because it's just like you ain't even giving that man a chance, and y'all in good, vibes, like y'all in good spirits. So why not give this man, the child last name? I don't like stuff like that.
that's right. Now, if you guys can see my screen, because it is footage of a fight, and I definitely cannot show that, but I'm going to read it to you. We talked about it in this morning's show, but now there are more people involved. So we thought the altercation when we spoke about it this morning was between Travis Scott and Tiger. And we were like, okay, what's going on? But come to find out, the altercation, this is who all was included in this altercation. It said it was Travis Scott, Tyga, AE, who we all look, y'all know that Cher's boo, Amber Rose's ex boo. Look, did Cher steal him from Amber Rose? Oh Lord, I don't know what I would do if about an 80-year-old woman took my man.
But what is this with the Kardashians battle with the exes? Because you guys like all the exes.
and Young Miami's baby daddy,
Yeah.
808 Southside. So I guess the altercation included all of them. And you know what? To be honest with you, I know I'm gonna sound wrong as two left feet for saying this. I'm glad more people were involved because I was too thrown off to hear about Tyga and Travis Scott fighting. Because I said to myself, I hope they is not over here fighting over Kylie Jenner after all these years, and
Yeah.
Kylie's sitting over there with these two black babies, and now she off with a white man right now. She not paying y'all none of y'all no
No,
attention.
man.
So I said to myself, "Oh my God, I hope they're not out there brawling over that." But honestly, I we really don't really know what the brawl was about. But look, they said 808 was getting whooped on. I'm like, dang, Carisha, first, this thing is going on with Diddy. Now your damn baby daddy out here getting whooped on. He can't even fight. Oh hell! So they said Southside was taking a beating. So, child, I don't know what's going on with these people. Now I'm gonna play this next video, y'all, and you'll remember that earlier this week with the representative, the two ladies in government. I forget what where they were in Congress, Senate, something, and that she called her bad built body butch, something like that, And remember, she trademarked it. Well, look, here is the
Yes, I
lady,
seen that.
Miss Bad Body herself, is at the airport. And listen to this, y'all. Look, that's gonna follow this woman forever. Hold on. Here we go.
Bill, how you doing today? How you been? You didn't like that, huh?
I'm gonna play it
Peach
again.
blonde bad Bill, how you doing today? How you been? You didn't like that, huh? Peach blonde bad Bill, how you doing today? How you been?
So they're gonna call this woman this for the rest of her life. And one of these comments hit the nail on the head. They said she don't know once black folks give you a nickname, that's your nickname for life. I had a leg brace for 3 weeks when I was 10. 30 years later, people still calling me Iron Man. She gonna be bleach blonde, bad built, butch body for the rest of her life. Oh my goodness. I said, Lord, people don't have no shame saying it to you either. They do not care. Let's see here. Now look at this. I said, now look, Gail's head then got big since she was on Sports Illustrated. Look, y'all watch Gail shoot her shot at Lenny Kravitz. I said, look, don't make Oprah mad. Don't piss Oprah off out here flirting with men.
Other in your life, and can I beat her if she is? Oops, did I say that out loud? No. Do you have? And I'm non-violent, Lenny Kravitz. But do you have a partner? Do you have love?
Right now, I'm just open.
Are you even looking?
It's hard not to look. When you desire something, you're looking for it, right? But I find that when you don't look is when you find it. And I'm at a place where I've said this for several years. I'm ready. I wasn't ready. I thought I was ready, right?
But now are you ready?
I can say that I've never felt how I feel.
Do you have a significant other in your life? And can I beat her if she is.
The
Oops.
Gail was ready to risk it all. She didn't give a damn. Look, somebody in these comments said, they put freaky ass lady. She's a 69 guy from the Kendrick Lamar side.
Oh
Look,
my God.
Gail was ready to risk it all. Yeah, now Lenny, he has a sex appeal about him. He does have a sex appeal about him. Not my personal taste or whatever, but I mean whatever. But he does have, a lot of women like him. A lot of women dig him, and he does exude a certain sex appeal. So I will admit that, I will say that. Now, this is something that I thought was a little. Look, let me tell me in the chat. Look, would y'all give Lenny Kravitz a try? Sharon says she just messed up that man's career. Oh hell! Look, I'm scrolling up. Look at this comment from Sharon. And hey, girl, bye. Hey, Joni. Sharon said Miami pick better next time. One beat women, the other get beat. Sharon a mess. Oh my God. Okay. All right, girl. Bye. Look, you like you a little Lenny Kravitz, huh? Okay. Now this next one made me a little sad, you guys, because I definitely remember watching this documentary. So Super Size Me. Do you guys remember there was a documentary on a man who did a little kind of study in a documentary movie that he was going to only eat McDonald's to see the effect that McDonald's had on his body. And remember, at that time, they were having Super Size Me, and basically people just, America does have an obesity problem. Let's be real. We do have an obesity problem. I mean, there are obese people everywhere, but overwhelmingly in America, we deal with the problem of obesity. So he did this documentary. So it looks like his name is Morgan Spurlock, and flowers out to him because he passed away yesterday in upstate New York due to complications related to cancer. His family confirmed his passing in a statement. It was a sad day as we said goodbye to my brother Morgan. Morgan gave so much through his art, ideas, and generosity. Today, the world has lost a true creative genius and a special man. I'm so proud to have worked together with him. So it says many people may remember Morgan's 2004 film Super Size Me, which he starred in and directed. In the film, he conducted an experiment that included consuming food from the fast food restaurant McDonald's. And due to this documentary, they stopped serving the super size because at one point they had items on the menu. Um, you know how you have small, medium, large, and they were having supersize, where you could supersize things, and if you put it out there, people will get it. And at the end of the day, having that fast food occasionally is one thing, but when you just have it all the time, which a lot of people do, I'll put something out there, and I don't think it's changed in all these years. There, things are so high, and even in this day and time, things are so high. Prices skyrocketing, grocery prices. There's a point where if you go and you look, sometimes it's cheaper to eat fast food than to buy groceries. Like literally, it's easier and cheaper to just go and get a burger, get a quick burger, get something off the dollar menu than it is to afford groceries these days. And which is sad, that's sad. And the government really needs to do something about that. But yeah, condolences to his family. He just, lost his battle yesterday. So condolences to him. And let's see. I think these things right here we covered in our morning show. Let's pop around a little bit and see if we have anything different in any other spots. And then we'll get into our topic of the day. Now, let's see. Now, what is this? Now, let me see what's going on here after you done put us all your business, Kiki Palmer. It says Kiki Palmer and Darius Jackson called truce on domestic violence case where she accused him of threatening to shoot or pow himself if she left. Wow. So it says, neighbors, grab your popcorn. The roller coaster domestic violence restraining order case between Kiki Palmer and her ex Darius Jackson has taken a jaw-dropping turn, according to the reports by The Blast. Brace yourself for the drama. Palmer's attorney dropped bomb legal papers revealing that the highly anticipated hearing for her restraining order is off the court's docket. Yep, you heard right. The court has yanked July 16th, 2024 from its calendar, initially set for 8:30 a.m. Palmer's attorney is tight-lipped, but word is the shady behind-the-scenes agreement might be in play. The former couple agreed to a court-mandated mediation session 5 months ago, hinting at some hush-hush deal. Palmer and Jackson paused their domestic abuse lawsuit to attend mediation. According to a December Blast story, the court ordered the ex lovers to hash it out in a mediation session. They agreed to resume the lawsuit on a mutual agreeable date, with all orders contained in the temporary restraining order issued on November 9th, 2023. It says Palmer spilled serious tea about Jackson, accusing him of repeated physical and emotional abuse, sometimes in front of their child. She claimed Jackson trashed her personal items, trapped her by taking her car keys, and threatened to pow himself if she left. One horrific event was caught on camera where Jackson attacked her. Palmer also claimed Jackson endangered their son while changing his diaper, hitting the child when he cried, forcing her to intervene. Ooh. Uh, yeah. So not sure what is going on with these two, but I think they're probably trying to work something out and be amicable because of their child. But man, you know what? Look, are the parties involved? Is he getting help for his issues and any issues that she has that are toxic? Is she getting help for those before we drop everything? Look, I want to know everything's gonna be.
Yeah. My opinion is I believe that they need to have separate counseling for each other, individual counseling first. Have the individual counseling first, because evidently both of y'all don't truly know yourself. You know what I mean? And then it's just like, okay, once you do the individual counseling, why don't you do co-parent counseling and then do the significant other counseling? But you have to get to, somewhere first, because y'all toxic now. Like, so you got to make it untoxic, and to make it untoxic is seeking for help. That's just
Yep, they gotta seek help. I mean, and might as well do it now. I don't think their baby's not even one yet, is he? He may be on his way to one, but I don't think that their child is even one yet. So, any negativity and things like that and domestic violence, things like that, please get that under control, while your child is a baby. So your baby doesn't have to grow up with you guys battling like that and going back and forth. Um, Hey Babs, I can't remember if I said hello to you on the way up. Hello. And Gold Digger putting out a reminder for everybody. If you forgot to hit the like button on your way in, please do that for me. I appreciate you very much. And like I said, look, it's free and it don't cost you nothing. So come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Okay, so let's see what else. Now, this next one, you guys, I'm not going to play it because there is music involved, but it is so cute. You guys go take a look at Victoria Monet's daughter. Um, look, I was gonna do a comparison, but I'm not gonna do it because they are both precious babies. But all I'm gonna say is this: look, look. No, I'm not gonna do it. I had to pop. I'm not gonna do it. But this baby right here is already singing for a 3-year-old. She's singing. She ad-libbing everything. I don't know. This baby it is gonna be a musical genius because if she's sounding like this at 3 years old and knowing how to sing a song and memory and things like this, and this is what Victoria Monet said. She said, y'all, she just turned 3. This is her third freestyle to beats, and she's already gotten better. She understands melody, the concept of rhyming, runs, and flowing between cadences. She also understands that when she's done, we better clap. Proud mommy, go my little superstar. And she sounds so good with her cute little baby voice. So I thought that was so cute. Go listen to it when you guys get a chance. I think you'll enjoy it. Let me see. Now, look, well, I'm gonna put this up just because it makes me laugh. Why they keep putting this big child in this little stroller? This is Coco and Iced Tea, right? And the child is so big, her legs, if she put her legs down, they literally would be dragging on the ground. And I understand it. I don't know what's going on here. Why can't the child walk?
You know how some kids, I don't know if this is the case, but you know how some kids is just like, okay, well, you take them to the mall and you spend about 5 minutes into the mall, maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and they be like, my feet hurt, my feet hurt. Maybe she's one of those kids.
I
Y'all
don't
have
think
never
so.
encountered that.
Look, she looks so distressed. And one of these comments says she tired of them treating her like she's two. She's literally 19. I'll laugh because that girl is so big. Somebody said that girl 103 months old. Let her walk. Somebody said crossing your legs in a stroller is nasty work. Somebody said if she's old enough to have an attitude, she's old enough to walk. Let me blow it up. Yeah, look at her face. She looks so disgusted. Looking exactly like her daddy. Oh my God, that's just funny to me. Now, you guys, I want you to hear this and I want y'all to pop off in the chat because I want to hear your opinion on this. So, before I play it, let me read it before it jumps right into it. It says 63-year-old bishop with a message for anyone with something to say to his 18-year-old wife. You better walk by and say, praise the Lord. Oh, he had an attitude. Listen, y'all.
I wish some of y'all would mess with my wife, Jordan. Talking about what you gonna do if you see her. Well, you will see me on the news. Let me just tell you that right now. Talking about what you gonna do if you see her. You better walk by and say, praise the Lord. That's what you better do. Because that's my wife. And she grown. She didn't need nobody to sign no paperwork for her.
That's something a pervert would say.
Now, if this was out in the streets, y'all be saying she made a come up. But you a hypocrite. So don't you forget the Bible says marriage is honorable. And the Bible said when you find a wife, you find favor with God, honey. I found some favor with God. And we sleeping good at night. Ain't nobody up all night worrying about all these crooks.
Yeah, because you M-wording that girl.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt I need to say that because somebody talking about what they're going to do if they see you. I'm telling you now, don't let the devil fool you. Because I ain't the one to play with. I get on the other side here. Wish you would.
Oh, I had enough of that pervert. Now, what do y'all think about that? And somebody in the comments said, right. And let me read it. Somebody said, I wish they would stop saying 18 is grown. Anything with teen behind it is not grown. And somebody else said, the
I
church
said
is the
that this
biggest.
morning.
Yeah, somebody said, the church is the biggest hypocrite ever. The people agreeing are disgusting. And then
They are.
somebody said, now, Pastor, how long you been watching this baby? Yes. Because where did you just bump into this 18-year-old girl? Somewhere in the church? A member? You probably were messing with her the whole time before she was 18.
Right.
Exactly. Let's get to some of these comments. What y'all think about that? Yes.
That's
Ah,
what they
look,
said.
look, come through with the crazy comments. Sharon said, "Who in the old wormy hell is going on?" Uh, that's what they said. Patrons don't know what to do or say. Stop clapping. Go Butter said, "Don't he have grandchildren her age?" Yes. And Babs said, "It must not be that good. You got to preach about it." And that's what I'm saying. I think it's inappropriate of him to even be having that discussion in the pulpit. Like, why are you having that discussion? That's your own personal business. It's not a testimony. You're not advocating for anything good, basically thinking that you're going to tell men to stay away from your wife in the church. Right. Uh, that's what they said. Say sickening. Curly Cookie said, no, Bap said trying to convince everyone it's okay. Right. Go Butter said, why would an 18-year-old want him? Like, what's going on with her? And yes, you are absolutely right. He was out of pocket. Like, I feel like if I was sitting in that church, not really too much knowing what's going on, I would have thought that was a totally inappropriate conversation to be having in church. You're not speaking to the people. You're using that as your own personal stage, to be quite honest, to address your own insecurities with the fact that you have a young, tender 18-year-old wife and that she gonna want somebody her own age very true, very soon. Hey, Truth will make you free. Hey, how are you today?
Hey, true.
Yeah, so you're on there trying to put your insecurities into the pulpit and think and have everybody on your side. No, that's not the word, because all I hear is a pervert right there. That's a good word. Ain't pervert a good word when you see something like this happen? Pervert. Now look, this is a funny story right here. This is funny. Okay. So it says they towed my brother's truck, so he went to the bank and got all pennies to pay the people to get his truck back. Why the people called the police on him? Because they didn't want to count the pennies. The police told the man it was nothing they could do and he had to count it because money is money. After hours of counting, he got his truck back. And then said that her brother, he opened all the rolls and put in a bag to mix up the change to purposely make it harder to count. Well, you got paid. Look, you got paid. Yep. So, yep, money's money, baby. And look, this is funny right here. Honestly, I think Sexy Red has a weird but funny personality. And I like how she just lets people think what they want to think, right? So, when you see her make these crazy comments, she's a major troll. She really is a troll. So it says Sexy Red responds to a fan who asked her if she slept with Drake for a feature. So somebody says, "Are you effing Drake for features?" She tagged him and said, "Yes." So, look, y'all think they doing something? Look, they do love hanging out together. They could be the best of friends, or they may be doing something. Who knows? That's right. Gold Digger said just all in the pulpit having a discussion about his marriage. Yeah, that was ridiculous. And you were right, Babs, because just the way that he was spotting and preening and looking at her when she came into church, probably with her mama, he looking at other little girls too. Babs said everybody better hide their kids. That's what he said. Said yes. Now there were. I'm sure that did shut him up. Like what they gonna say when she says, "Yeah, she not haggling with you. She not going back." Yep, we are. I thought that was hilarious how she did that. And now we truly are to the stories that we did yesterday. So there. So you guys, let's get to today's topic. And I saw something that led me to it. Now let me quickly say, because you guys may be thinking, didn't we just talk about this with transactional relationships? No, this is different, you guys. This is different. So with the transactional relationships, you both have things that you want from each other, and honestly, with transactional relationships, you don't even have to have money involved. Transactional relationships do not even have to involve money. It could be okay, it could be sex involved. I need you to cook for me. It can be a plethora of other things that you just have in exchange for that you know that that person is going to provide for you. It could be, okay, this person gives me emotional support and I give them, I take care of other things, around the house. It never actually has to involve money. But I'm going to show you a video that I saw. Oh, look, you put it out there with everything going on because we still got to find out, or you never know what's going to happen. Sharon said, Sexy Red making moves with the devil for that bag. And you know what? If anything does come out about these allegations, with Drake, because they, at this point, they're allegations, she's going to be in the same position that Young Miami is in. She really is. But the difference is with Young Miami actually was in a relationship with him, a sexual relationship with him, the whole 9 yards. Uh, she's trolling us, but Sexy Red and Drake could just be good platonic friends making music together. You never know. And let's see, Gold Digger says, makes you wonder what in the heck did the 18-year-old see, and did she really desire to marry a 63-year-old man? No, that's a young woman that's going through something in her life and probably has some needs that need to be met, probably financially, or needs some type of stability, and he offers that for her. She probably doesn't have it in her own life, and he's offering that to her, and she's taking it, probably in the hopes that, she doesn't even have to deal with him for too much longer. Yeah, you can read between the lines on what I said on that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But let me get to the story that led me to this topic for tonight. Um, mm, mm, mm. And there's so much to this that I'm just looking at this girl like, come on now. Oh, now I'm over here. Let me see if we're not missing out on anything over here. Oh, they're talking about Jacquees, Tusi. Where am I on Tusi? Mm-mm-mm. Hmm. Look at Simon. Why I say I wasn't messing with these people no more, but it is starting to get funny to me. So Simon said, I was born this way. Petty. So let's see. Proverbs 26:11 Amplified Bible AMP. Like a dog that returns to his vomit is a fool who repeats his foolishness. Never again. Okay. Okay. So we talked about those. And look at this. What is he doing? I don't know what I don't know what he's preparing for, but yeah, looking like a 2-year-old little girl
First day of school picture.
that don't have no hair. Okay, let me find this story that led to today. Because it was on this site. Here it is. So I get, how they keep doing these 20V and things like this, and having the women against the men and bring the men in, a group of women in, and they do these little things. Well, this is one. It's the pop the balloon. Woman pops man's balloon because his career as a truck driver is too boring. It's not boss stature. So let's see let's see.
Word. Okay.
Tony, I'm 28 and I'm in transportation. I drive trucks.
Okay, let's start over here. Why do we end up popping Tony's?
That was kind of boring. It wasn't nothing like more.
Wait,
Just
what was
like I
boring?
just drive trucks.
I mean, you asked what I do. That's what I do.
What they do currently is okay because they're bosses. I like a boss stature. Not saying that
Okay,
you're not
so
a boss.
you
Like I like
you a
to
gold
somebody who
digger, pretty
calls the
much.
shots.
You a
No.
gold digger?
I like somebody who can lead me because I call shots. I need somebody who can call my shots as well.
Now, first of all, let me make this bigger so we can see
She
who
could
is
have
trying to put
asked
somebody.
him a leadership question instead of "Do you have a job?" Because leading to "Do you have a job?" Wait, why you want to get into my finances? Because anybody that asks me, "Do I want to have a job?" I feel like you're getting into my finances. So instead of her, like she could have chose a different route with that question.
Yes, and I really, first of all, let's see. You're saying you're a boss, and I'm looking at you, and I don't see a boss bitch. I don't. I'm not seeing a boss bitch right here. Like you came
Stick
on here
wig,
with this
no.
panel full of men, that wig sitting high up on your head like that. You know, um, I that dress that you look like. I mean, from Rainbow. It's
Yeah, it's definitely giving rainbow.
and I'm trying to figure out how you're judging
And
this
truck
man.
drivers, I thought they make a good amount.
And they do. So what are you talking about? And I would love to know what type of boss moves you're making, because you don't look like a boss. And just like somebody in these comments said, girl, if you were a boss, you wouldn't be in a room popping balloons. That's not what boss
No,
bitch
not
is
the hell
doing
at all. Not at
at
all. You'll
all.
be sitting at a round table trying to pick any, many, money, mo. You better go to them corporate little restaurants. That's where they y'all getting them men from now, all them DC women. That's what
Right.
they do.
And they is clowning her in these comments. Somebody said, please get a new wig. Truck drivers get the bag too. If you know, you know. So,
Yes.
and somebody said the wig is giving where the white man at.
Clearly, because you thick up top and thin at the bottom. Girl, take that wig back to Timu.
Somebody said, who called the shots on that wig, baby? Oh my goodness. And somebody said that wig is born. How she tried to call that born. So now it's like, and somebody said, how you think your Sheen and Timu pieces get here, Miss Girl?
Right. How you thought your wig that you wearing got there?
Oh, somebody said, girl, please go call a hairdresser to fix that helmet. And honestly, she set herself up for that. But they just got me to thinking. It's like, you know, do you guys? So let's see. We got it. Any comments? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me scroll up a little bit. That's what they said. Womp womp. Curly Cookie said, I need my girl time. Bab said, truck driver speaks for itself. Gold Digger said, oh, judging much. And that's what they said her response didn't make sense. And she's young and ignorant. Voracious one said they make good money. Bep said they make damn good money. Especially since, yeah, he said he drives trucks. How you know he doesn't own the truck? The man could be making really, really good money. They
And
make
have
good money.
employees. Some of them have side
Exactly.
employees to
Doing
help them
runs
out
for
with
them
their
and everything.
runs.
Oh, heck yeah. Exactly. Uh-oh.
Oh, Miss Sharon just said the same thing. I said.
Yeah. Look, Babs, is your husband a truck driver?
Yeah, I believe so. She said that before.
Yes, that's why so many people get into it. Like literally, I've heard of people that men that get out of jail and can't really get going into anything because no one wants to give them a chance, and they become truck drivers and are very wealthy and start companies and get one rig and another and just have a fleet and they're making money. Like don't be so judgmental like that. And the thing of it is, like I said, so are we still out here like are you a gold digger or a gold digger? Because she claims she out here getting her own bag. I didn't see nothing about her physically that said bag that she's making boss moves and making money. Didn't see anything like that in her physical appearance. And I don't understand why, if you go on something public like that, you should have come in there to the lines, bad to death, and you were none of those things. um, oh, and Gold Digger said my niece is a truck driver, a big rig. Yes. So it's like, um, are we really doing these days? And I mean, I know that we are. I know that we are. But what do you guys think about women that are just openly saying this? I mean, it's one thing to be discreet in your assessment when a man approaches you, and you're getting to know them. But what do you feel about? It's hard finding someone that's good. Period. Like on a good day, even if you're on the same level financially, it's hard to find somebody that is just a good partner and a mate and worth giving your time to and spending time with. But then when you add things like that, where you're prejudging people because of what you think they have or don't have, look, you could walk past what's his name, the owner of Facebook. He looked damn near homeless. You know what I'm saying? He just went t-shirts and a jeans. I don't think I've ever seen that man wearing anything super expensive looking. He every time I've seen him, he's had jeans and a t-shirt on. Same with what's his name? What, Steve Jobs? I've never seen that man walking around, dressed to the nines and this and that. Like you really don't know who you could be talking to, and you could be passing up on your blessing being so judgmental anyway. There you go. Tell it, Babs. Babs says she wish she did make what my husband wakes a week. Right. You don't know what you're talking about making a quick decision like that. And she leaned over and popped his little balloon real quick. Sharon said, let's see. These young girls, um, some have the priorities effed up. Baby, they need to be looking for husbands and security. Right. But instead they're looking to try to judge what they think somebody else has. And then they want to think that they're obligated, that it's theirs too. Just, this is how a lot of women get caught up in things, because you don't have your own goals for yourself, to make your own bag. And when you're having all these expectations, this is what I want to know. Can you even meet your own expectations? When you're putting that out to somebody else, can you even meet your own expectations? So, say you want a man that makes six figures, lives in a certain neighborhood, drives a certain car, and yet and still, a lot of times I see these same women with these attitudes. You working at McDonald's, catching the bus, and struggling check to check, but you want a man that has all these things. And let's not, we're going to be fair to everybody. I've seen and heard of men that are doing the same thing. They're not bringing to the table, but they're looking at what a woman has and thinking they want to be a house husband or something. And she ain't got no money. You don't have no money. And you know what? I will say this, what Curly Cookie just posted up. Curly Cookie said many women look down on men with jobs like that. There is that issue. We still do have the issue of white collar jobs, blue collar jobs. Is that, to the single ladies in the chat, is that an issue for you guys? Do you care about a man's job status if he's, like Curly Cookie posted in the chat? Do you care if he's a truck driver or things like that? Here, let me put another link in there for you, Coco. Give me just a sec. Is that still an issue? Take
Only
over
thing
for
I
a
care.
second, because I'm gonna put this link in the chat for Coco or anybody else if the link is not working.
Only thing I care about, only thing she should care about is how well does he, or how well would he treat her? What is her characteristics? Are y'all compatible? Well, clearly y'all not compatible, because she seems like she ain't gonna be compatible with nothing but just another gold digger. Okay, Go Butter said house husband. Bap said, are you back?
Nope, go ahead. I'm almost
Bap
done here.
said, Bap said, heck no. She can't. Have you seen her wig? Yeah, girl, we seen that wig. Coco said, okay. Go said that part, Candy, when you don't have your own goals to help yourself. Mindset is how I need you to help me level up. Or what about the mindset of we help each other rise? There you go, go. Boom, she nailed it.
Right. Why not work together with someone to build and have the things that you want? What what is wrong with that? Why do people think that they need to, or that they even have the right to just walk into a certain situation? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because just because, now, say for instance, if you meet a guy and he's really nice, he cares for you and things of that nature, where he's at when you meet him doesn't mean that's going to be where he's at in 3 years. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the person, because especially if you have a guy that is trying to better himself, and you know what, sometimes people, you may be just the inspiration for him to go out and go hard, because I do want to provide this and everything. Stop acting like some men aren't, you know, a man that loves you, if they are able to, is going to naturally be a provider. If there's nothing physically stopping him, he's going to want to provide a home for you and things for you and stuff like that. There's nothing, wrong with that. Give somebody a chance to grow. And I understand that that comes at certain levels. Like, you definitely don't want to be uh 50 years old or 40 years old in the dating pool, and looking to someone that is not kind of established. Yeah, that goes without saying. But we're talking about young people dating, and you have to get there. What's wrong with getting there with someone and encouraging each other along? Hey, Coco, what do you have to say about this girl?
A lot.
A lot. Give
Yeah,
your opinion, girl.
and from personal experience, I think that you should, at a bare minimum, be financially yoked, to a degree, because I was in a situation where my salary doubled the person that I was with, and although he wanted to provide, um, I felt like he had me living in a certain situation that could have been a whole lot better, for a long time. And he didn't. Like, he tried a couple things, while we were together, business wise, but it didn't work out, for various reasons. Mostly because he wanted to take the advice of his partner, who was actually a project manager, But um,
Wait a minute, hold
I
on. You said he didn't want to take the advice?
no, he wanted to do things his way. So,
Oh, mhm.
sometimes you gotta let grown people be grown people, and things didn't work out for him the way that he would have liked.
Well,
Whereas had he
let me ask you a question, Coco. Let me ask you this. Okay, since you said that you had personal experience in this type of situation, so when you met, you were aware. At what point did you become aware? Okay, I think financially we're not equally yoked.
uh
Was it
mm,
immediate? Like, was it immediate? Because if it was
it was
immediate, clearly it did.
no.
Hmm.
It was kind of over time, because when I met him, he had a pretty decent job,
Hmm.
and maybe there was only, I always made more money, but maybe it was maybe like a $10,000 to $15,000 gap at
Hmm.
first. But then I put myself in position to double my salary. So when I doubled mine, he ended up going down. Like he ended up um losing the job that he had when we first met, and gaining a job where he made less money.
By
And
that time, were you guys definitely in a relationship? Like you guys were in it? Do you think that
yeah,
was intentional because he said, "Oh, she's making this, so
no,
now I
I
can
don't,
step down a little
nah,
bit and do what I want"?
nah, I don't think it was ever about that. He just, I don't know. I think he became complacent.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, I was making pretty good money, but I mean he handled the mortgage, and all I had to pay was the bills, but we could have just been living better, in a bigger house, you know what I mean? And I wouldn't have been feeling so I felt like I was suffocating in that house,
What?
to be
Okay,
completely honest with you.
okay. Okay. Well, how did that come about? Like, uh, was that a result of like as you slowly started seeing, hey, I'm taking on a little bit more responsibility here than I
Uh,
used to, or like what happened to where you
I
started feeling
wasn't,
that way?
no, I was never put in a position, because even though, it's funny, even though he made less money than I did, he still gave me money every week on
Mm-hmm.
top of paying the mortgage or whatever. It was just, I was not satisfied with our living situation, but he was.
Hmm.
Matter of fact,
Like you
if it was
wanted
up
more
to
for you
him,
guys. You wanted more for
yeah,
you
I
guys.
wanted more. Yeah. And when I left him, I went into a living situation that was more comfortable for me, and I paid probably double what he was paying plus my bills,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm still doing good. So looking back, we could have always been living like this. I didn't have to be suffocating in that little teeny ass house we was in for all that
Mm-hmm.
time. So but he was perfectly fine being in that 2-bedroom house with 1 bathroom. The fuck? That was a bit much. It was a bit much. You know what I'm saying? We were, maybe a couple with no kids, but we had a kid, 3 people, imagine 3 people having to use the bathroom at the same time. Like, just little simple things like that. We never had to live like that. So
Mm-hmm.
hindsight being 2020.
And so let me
Even
ask,
even
I know
even
we in
be
your business today, but I know you had to have expressed that. And so why was he resistant to changing the situation? Was he like, okay, we can save money if we stay here? Like what was his reasoning, especially if I know you had to have expressed that, you weren't comfortable there.
um there were a couple of times where we had tried to buy, and everything was lining up, and then life happened. Maybe I got laid off or something,
Mm-hmm.
so it threw the whole buying process off or whatever. And the thing with him, he was totally against renting, because at the time we were living in his mom's house. His mom had moved to Texas, and we were living in his mother's house, and I just felt like we could have, rented a bigger house, or, until we were ready to buy or something like that. But he was totally against renting.
Oh, because he was probably like, look, we got this. It's already set up. We don't have to go through anything. And my mama needs somebody in this place while she's in Texas. So it made perfect sense to him. But you weren't happy there after a while.
I wasn't happy there. I was never happy there. I didn't even have a closet. I
Oh
didn't.
yeah.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine being a woman and not have a closet,
Yeah. And,
or
and you probably were like, I'm not used to
having to
living like
share
this
a
too.
little teeny closet with your child? Like it was just a bit much. I
Oh.
didn't have, and then I work from home. I didn't have a dedicated office space. Um, And, that was difficult because, especially when you're trying to have meetings and things of that nature and people are home, they're coming in and out of what was supposed to be your office space, making noise. And yeah, it wasn't conducive to my lifestyle. So I was very uncomfortable there.
Okay. All right. Let me get to a couple comments here. So Gold Digger said, my husband and I started at ground level. We have built together over the last 38 years. It takes time working together, setting goals for how you're going to get where you want to be financially. Yes, ma'am. Sharon said, right, Curly Cookie, my husband lost his job 6 months after we got married, stayed unemployed for 9 months, but he didn't miss a beat. He wouldn't accept my help, so I take care of our home. And Curly Cookie said, exactly, Gold Digger, it takes time. Everything is a balance and everything is equal, give and take in a relationship. Sometimes everything will not be equal, so it will be a struggle at times, but patience is a virtue. It takes time to recover from situations. She also says it's never easy, especially when it comes to financial comfort. Yeah. These great comments, you guys. These are great comments. What about you, Tamika? Have you ever experienced that? I know that
Well,
I have. Mhm. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, you could go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I have experienced that uh the unequalness, like, even simple things like I said, dating someone and they're unemployed at the time and things like that. And my whole thing is I need to see that eagerness and that push that you're not comfortable in that situation. I need to personally see that push that you're not comfortable um having so much assistance from me without you contributing, because that's never going to work for me. That's just not going to work for me. Especially when I'm trying to be patient because of the situation, you being new here, and taking time, to job hunt and things like that. I definitely understand that. But when you see certain traits in people where you're like, okay, what's going on here? Because you seem a little too um comfortable not having money in your pocket. Now, that's never good. That's never good, especially if you're a man. Why are you? Because then I start seeing traits like, okay, you're kind of coming off like you're used to women doing things for you, and that's yeah. Like, as far as being dependent, that's a no-no. Especially when you're not we're not married, things like that. So I think that yeah. So Gold Digger says,
I
yes, at Curly, it's a balance, patience, trust, and commitment, because one can lose a job due to layoffs, etc. So your goals are still there, and even when life throws a curveball, you're still a team. Okay, go ahead,
yeah.
Tamika. Are you talking, Tamika?
Oh, hello. I thought you were still reading comments. What did you say?
No, we caught up.
Oh, okay. I agree with Gold Digger on this comment when she stated that, her husband started at ground level. I believe even Donovan told you this on our show together. Like, I was
Yeah.
the breadwinner at first. Well, not even at first. He was the breadwinner. Then, he lost his job and I became the breadwinner for by 2 years, I'll say. I was the breadwinner. Now, although I was overwhelmed, but however, he still met me. So when I was at work, I knew that the house was well taken care of and the kids was well taken care of. I knew that when the kids got home, they was going to get their after school lunch. And when I come home, it will be, dinner here and there, but I still seen that effort, whereas though I didn't feel like I was, the only parent. Not only that, that's when I start motivating him, like, look, why don't you become an entrepreneur? Why don't you do this? Because you're talented. So I had to I had to bring that out of him. Like, okay, you are doing good on haircuts. All right, now it's time to bring in some strangers. You know what I mean? So I helped him along the lines, and it's vice versa with him. When I felt on hard times, he picked me up, and now we just found a way to balance each other. Like, okay, this is what you bringing in, this is what you have, this is what I'm bringing in, this is what I have, and that's just what works best for us.
Well,
Yeah.
and that partnership is very, very important because I think that had I at least had that partnership and I wasn't in a relationship feeling like I was a single parent, because everything was on me. Like even in situations where maybe he wasn't working or whatever, and I was working, he still looked for me to do my quote unquote wifely duties. And it's like, where's the partnership here? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, with
so
that, you just have to communicate it differently. Because, I mean, honestly speaking, just to be truthful, men don't have that chronic brain that the women have. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he may not come off like, okay, you're telling me what to do. No, I'm not telling you what to do, but I am guiding you. So I would like, well, wait. If I was in that situation, I would have never made it as a statement. I would have turned it into a question because that gives him, that man role. Like, okay, I'm still in control because I'm asking him. So what can I do? Or so what's next? Because you have to put the ball still in his hand. Although you are the breadwinner, but he is the man also. So you still don't want to grab that from him because now he like, shit, you independent. Go ahead, get your house. All right, I get, and I'm just making an example, but I get our child, on these days or that days, and like to me, I feel like that's when confusion comes in and conflict because it's the conversation that you having with the other person. Like you're coming off maybe demanding instead of a question and not a statement.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. What do you think about that, Coco?
I tried everything.
Hmm?
I said I tried everything. Like
You tried
not
everything.
not demanding, just trying to talk about it. But he and it could have been a cultural thing too, you know what I mean? But I felt like even though I was the breadwinner, he still wanted to kind of treat me like I was a housewife, and it just wasn't working for me.
Oh, yeah, that is one thing. We do have to bring that up. A lot of times, it seems as if you can be doing everything and you're holding everything up. But then just because you're a woman, there's that expectation. Okay, yeah, I know you work and you're basically footing everything for now, but I still have these expectations of you to tend to the children, cook some dinner, things like that. And it's like, you've been here all day. Why isn't it done? And it's not even a mean to be mean or be demeaning to your partner, but there does have to be that give and take that you're literally putting everything on my back when you leave things undone, you know, because you view it as my job instead of looking at you and saying, okay, I realize Coco's taking care of it. Let me ease her burden a little bit. I'm sure that probably would have made you feel a bit more appreciated at the time.
A whole lot more appreciated. And the one thing that would piss me off, it would be like one little thing would be out of place and he would mention it to me, and it's just like, yo, if you seen the glass sitting on the table and I ain't see the glass sitting on the table, instead of you pointing it out to me, why you ain't just put it in the sink if it was bothering you so goddamn much? The fuck?
Right.
It would
Yeah.
come down to little, like, why you nitpicking me? Like, I'm literally doing everything around here. I'm sorry I missed the glass. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, that could be rough. That could be rough. Mm-mm. Let's see. Let's see. Curly Cookie says, it's never easy, especially when it comes to financial comfort. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Okay, I got this. I got that. Okay, hold on. Why do I feel like I'm missing something? Okay, I think that Curly Cookie said having a Scott Cuzzle, yes, that's exactly what equally goal-oriented couple is. And communication is key. Not talking to, but talking together. Exactly. A give and take approach. Go Butter says communication is key. That's right. That is right. Okay, here was another question. So Gold Digger says, Coco, do you think he was intimidated at some point by your higher financial level than his?
No. I just feel like I don't feel like his I think it was more of a maturity thing because that we were dealing with a age
Oh
age gap.
yeah. Oh yeah. You
And
guys do
at
have a
the
gauge gap.
time, yeah,
Uh-huh.
and at the time he seemed to be more focused on getting off of work and hanging out with his friends than actually being a participant and helping out, in the family home.
Yep.
So it was more of a maturity thing, I think, hindsight being 2020.
So how did he
The
feel when you made that move? When you made that
priorities
move
were off.
because you were too uncomfortable, when you had to finally make that move because you were too uncomfortable in the situation, how did that play out?
It's been great. I have a lot of peace. You know what I mean? Because one thing my mom always told me, you can do bad by yourself. And
Right.
I'd be damned if I'm gonna be sitting up having somebody complaining and nitpicking me about every little minor detail when you're not helping out with shit. I might as well do this shit by myself. The fuck?
That's
and
true.
have peace of
That's
mind.
that is right. That is right. Yep. That's correct, y'all. Okay, did anyone else have anything else to add to the conversation, or did you want to switch topics? We could talk about anything, you guys. Anything. This is your time to speak now or forever hold your peace, at least till tomorrow. Anything you got? Coco, you having a show tonight?
No, I don't know. I really have been kind of out of the loop. I only got my hair done today, so
Oh, okay.
I haven't really had a chance to really,
Think
tap
about
in
it.
and see what's going on out there.
Okay, well, you guys make sure you have your notifications on in case Coco does decide to go live tonight. Okay. Right now, we are going to end the show. It has been a great discussion and topic. Thank you guys so much for all your input that you do. Oh, now Babs want to know. Babs want to know, how did he act when you left?
I think that he's he's I don't think that he thought that I was gonna make it.
Really? Why would he think that, knowing how much more money that you made than him?
I don't know, but it's just been little things that maybe like one of his best friends has said to me about how much I paid in rent. Was I regretting how much I was paying in rent or something like that? And no, I don't. Life's been great over here. I
Yeah.
got space. Me and my daughter, we not on top of each other. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to wait for her to come out the bathroom to use the bathroom. Like, we got we got 2.5. Well, here's the thing. Like, I even kind of downsized when I moved in with him because although he was living in that house and I was in the apartment, my daughter was an infant. Like, we didn't move in together until she was 6 months old. And at the time, I was in a 2-bedroom. My daughter had her own bedroom. She had her own bathroom, even though she couldn't use it at 6 months. But there still was more space, you know what I mean, in my apartment than there was in that house. So, I think going into it, I thought that maybe we'd be there for a year or two, and then, we would have got something bigger, but he just was complacent.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Go Butter.
And now, and the funny part is his mom have moved back in that house and he's in there with her.
And they on top of each other. Oh,
And
Lord.
they on top of each other. Yeah. So I don't know. Like, he hasn't put himself in a position to do any better for himself. So, although I still, have feelings for him, whatever, I need to, before I could get back in a situation with him, I would need to see some growth.
Oh, okay. And I want to say, you guys helped make it a great show. Thank you for the wonderful comments and coming through. I appreciate you guys truly. Curly Cookie says, LOL, they never think you're going to make it without him. And Bap says, did he want to go with you? And thank you, Voracious One.
His pride wouldn't have allowed him to let me to say that. Like, he would rather for us to be looking for a place together than for me to pick a place, you know what I mean, on my own and then move in there. Like, he's a prideful type of person. So even now, when I just told him I needed him to help me move into an even bigger place.
I know he's like, what? Look,
right.
But you know what? Maybe I will say this. I know the cultural differences and things like that. Maybe there where he's from, maybe they're not used to having all that space. I don't know. What did you ever ask? Like, if he truly doesn't see the need for it and doesn't see any discomfort at that, it could be because that's how he grew up.
It's different for them. They kind of lived. He came from like a compound where there were like a bunch of homes, maybe together within a huge space where the whole family kind of lived. It was that type of scenario. So I don't know.
Look, my mind is imagining things that I've seen on TV in Africa in them type of situations. This is totally off topic. I used to have this one period in time where I was hooked on African movies. And so my mind is going to there.
I love Afrobeats. What you talking about? I told him when he come back, he better bring me a mixtape.
No, not Afrobeats, African movies.
Oh. I thought
yes. Yes, man. I have a couple of my favorite Heart of a Lion with Mercy. What's her last name? It's skipping over me. I follow her on Instagram. But yes, okay. So Curly Cookie said, good for you, Coco. Okay, you guys. Well, it has been a wonderful show.
I do love African movies. Oh, I got a couple of selections too, Candace.
You do? Oh, okay. I'll send you one of my favorite ones. I really love it. It's so good. It's so good. Look, we're gonna do it. We might Twitch an Africa movie. Oh, and let me ask Voracious One. I see Voracious One here. Put it in the chat. Are you twitching tonight? Mercy Johnson. There you go, Sharon. Sharon is on it. Yes, Mercy Johnson. Have you seen Heart? I think it's Heart of a Lion. Oh man, I love that movie. That movie is so good. Yeah. But okay. I don't know, Voracious One, she may have already checked out, you guys, but hopefully you have your notifications on and follow her
It looked
Twitch
like
as well.
It looked like Tita twitching tonight. She a new twitcher too, and
Oh,
look
is
like
she
she
twitching?
twitching tonight. Yeah, I got a
Okay.
notification from her, but I'm over here. You know, I
Coco,
don't know.
you not following me.
Okay.
I am following you. I followed you the first when Candy put out the notification. You don't
I
see my
think you
name.
thought you did. No, I don't see your name. But I was gonna Twitch. But if
What just happened? I don't
What's that?
know. I don't
Okay.
know.
I don't know what that was. Okay.
I'll
So Voracious
figure.
One is not twitching tonight.
I'll go over there, Tamika, and make sure I'm following you. My bad, sis.
Okay. And so Heavy, what time are you gonna start your Twitch tonight? That might have been Heavy. I don't know what that was. That might have been, I don't know. But you guys just make sure you have your notifications on and look at Greg. But make sure you have your notifications on in case she goes live, you guys. And I think Heavy may be twitching tonight. Oh, Heavy. I don't know if I want to do
sorry,
it.
my phone, y'all. I know, like I'm trying to switch devices because I'm on my way to work. But what did you say?
Oh, let me ask you this, Heavy. Y'all know that we did Bridgerton. Can you do Bridgerton tonight, season 3, the new season that just started?
Yeah, I'll do it after Tita and V1.
Oh, okay. Well, Voracious says she's not doing it tonight. Voracious says she's not doing it. And then, so we'll check in on Tita so we can give her some support because she's just getting started. And then we'll see what's going on. But just make sure you guys have your notifications on. Bye, everybody. It's been a great show. I appreciate everybody for coming through. If you did not hit the like button on your way in, please hit it on your way out. I appreciate you so much for doing that. And look, I already told you I ain't too proud to beg. Look, if you could leave a little short comment, I would appreciate that as well, real quick. And thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys next show. Thanks for joining. Bye.
Good night.
Good night.